Shifting our focus now to the war in West Asia. Do you know about Israel's Iron Dome? Yes, the defense system that intercepts its enemies' missiles. But that's not the only one it has. Israel also has an Iron Dome to protect its sea. It's called the Sea Dome. The IDF, in fact, has used it for the first time ever. How does the system work? How efficient is it? Let's take a look. The Sea Dome is the naval version of the Iron Dome. It's a surface-to-air missile system, basically. It was first unveiled in the year 2014 and declared operational in November 2022. At the time, the Sea Dome was hailed as a significant milestone. Now it has been put to use for the first time ever. How does it work? Quite similar to the Iron Dome. It even uses some of the same technology. One major difference is this system is mounted on ships, on German-made warships. The Sea Dome is integrated into the ship's radar to detect incoming targets, and that way it ensures complete vessel protection and high kill probability against a full spectrum of modern threats, both maritime as well as coastal. You see, Israel is ramping up its naval defense. The port city of Eilat, in particular, has been the target of aerial attacks by militias in the region, including the Houthis in Yemen. Just last week, a flying object that wasn't intercepted by the air defense struck a building in the city. An Iran-backed group in Iraq claimed responsibility for the attack. On Monday, an unmanned aerial vehicle entered Israeli airspace from the east and entered the Gulf of Eilat. That's when Israel decided to use its Sea Dome. Videos circulating on social media captured flashes of light as the defense system intercepted projectiles mid-air over the sea. The IDF released a statement saying, and I'm quoting, following the sirens that sounded in the area of Eilat regarding the infiltration of a hostile aircraft, IDF naval forces identified a suspicious aerial target crossing into Israeli territory. The target was successfully intercepted by the Sea Dome naval defense system. And that's not all. Israel has used multiple other defense systems and warships for the first time since the beginning of its war with Hamas. It deployed the SAR C-class corvette in combat for the first time last October and has continued to use it. Other defense systems include the missile interceptors Arrow 2 and Arrow 3. In fact, Israel has used them against attacks launched from the Gaza Strip and the Red Sea. You see, Israel is boosting its defense. It has been since the war started. Until now, it had been supported by its allies. But as the conflict drags on, Israel is losing support. It stands isolated on the global front. In the latest, Turkey has decided to impose trade restrictions. The country has been a staunch critic of Israel's military actions in Gaza. It first announced that it is limiting exports of 54 types of products to Israel with immediate effect. The products, by the way, include aluminium, steel, construction material, jet fuel, chemical fertilizers. And in a tit-for-tat move, Israel also announced that it is preparing a ban on products from Turkey. All of this comes after Israel barred Turkish military cargo planes from airdropping humanitarian aid to Gaza. And as Israel continues to lose support globally, ramping up its military and defense seems to be its only way forward. And staying with Canada, it has egg on its face. An official investigation into allegations of foreign interference in Canada's 2021 federal election has concluded. They found that India did not meddle in the Canadian electoral process. Instead, the culprit was China. The investigation, which was led by a panel of senior Canadian officials, was initiated amid concerns over the integrity of the national polls. It followed claims by Canada's Security Intelligence Service, or the CSIS, suggesting possible interference by both India and Pakistan in the 2019 and 2021 elections. Well, now, the panel has found no evidence to support those allegations against India. In fact, according to the probe panel, there was a lack of information on any disinformation campaigns originating from India. They also noted the absence of tactics that could be traced back to the Indian government during the election campaign.
Because there was no information suggesting that there was disinformation or originating from that source in the Canadian information ecosphere during that period.
And I do not believe during the 2021 election that we saw evidence of government of India using those tools in the campaign.
However, the same investigation found China had interfered in the last 2 Canadian elections. The investigation found that in both cases, the Chinese interference focused on supporting those seen as either pro-China or neutral on issues of interest to the Chinese government. What's more, the task force aimed at tracking foreign interference in polls further found that there was a campaign online and in the media to discourage Canadians, particularly of Chinese heritage, from supporting the Conservative Party. Although the task force concluded that foreign interference did not have any bearing on the election's final result, but the Chinese intervention did cost the Conservatives. And guess who won those elections? Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's Liberal Party. The controversy had led Prime Minister Trudeau to establish a commission to delve into the matter of foreign interference. In fact, Trudeau himself scheduled to testify before the inquiry panel. In the aftermath of these initial allegations of India's involvement, Foreign Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal had strongly denied the claims. He had stressed on India's commitment to non-interference in the democratic processes of other countries, and India now stands vindicated. A famous museum in London, the Wallace Collection, has unveiled its highly anticipated exhibition. It features the Lion of Punjab, Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the Sikh warrior king. The exhibition will run from April 10th to October 24th. It delves into the extraordinary life and legacy of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the visionary leader who founded the Sikh Empire. On display is a splendid array of weaponry, intricate miniature paintings, and exquisite jewelry from the Sikh Empire. They have been sourced from both public and private collections. At the heart of the exhibition lies the story of Maharaja Ranjit Singh's reign. By the turn of the 19th century, when there was chaos and instability after Afghan invasions, Maharaja Ranjit Singh emerged as the undisputed king of Punjab. It was his rapid ascent to power that led to the birth of the influential Sikh Empire. Paying homage to Maharaja Ranjit Singh's life, the exhibition is inspired by flourishing trade, vibrant arts, and the development of a brave military force during his reign. You can see historic artifacts from Maharaja Ranjit Singh's court. Some of them belong to his family members, such as Maharani Jind Kaur and Maharaja Duleep Singh. For the first time ever, the museum is displaying its group of Sikh arms and armor. One of the highlights is a magnificent sword. The sword is believed to have once belonged to Maharaja Ranjit Singh himself. It was adorned with gold and gemstones. Also on display are a stunning miniature painting of Maharaja Ranjit Singh and the golden throne crafted by Hafiz Muhammad Multani for Maharaja Ranjit Singh. While he is celebrated for his military prowess, many don't know that he fostered political alliances that brought about an era of peace and prosperity, religious tolerance and multiculturalism. Despite tensions with the British East India Company, Maharaja Ranjit Singh maintained cordial relations while modernizing his army with European assistance. His enduring legacy earned him the label Sher-e-Punjab, that is the Lion of Punjab. He was revered not only in India but globally as well. His foreigner admirers refer to him as the Napoleon of the East, in fact.